Welcome back inside the Dignity Health Studios. Ryan Holt and Cowboy Kevin Bartle here.
I lost basically a bet.
I did as well, but I didn't wear my cowboy hat today.
We spin the wheel at the staff meeting, and there's like 8 spots on it.
Yeah.
7 of them are good.
One of them is wear a
One
cowboy
of them is you
hat.
have to wear the cowboy hat all day, or a mohawk. I could have worn the mohawk.
And 3 of us got the cowboy hat.
Yeah.
You, Zach Kravitz, and myself.
And Zach and I are wearing the hat today, and, well, that's okay.
You've got your fancy white shirt on.
You're
with your
Yeah. What's wrong with this shirt?
Even when the man wears a white shirt,
Yeah. Wait a
coach has got it.
a white
He's on it.
fitted dress shirt.
You
and
are on
Troy's-
TV right now.
Troy's-
Can you put a different shirt on than a white shirt with a pocket?
With a pocket. I don't have a pocket.
I need a pocket square. That's the problem. I need like a purple
Oh, yeah.
pocket square to go
Color
with
it up. You're on TV.
He's
Okay.
reaching now.
Let's
He's
move
reaching
on.
on
That's
that
pretty
one.
good.
Yeah, he
It's
likes
no mustard sweater.
Bartle
I mean,
likes it. Bartle likes it.
I love it. Because whatever happens, he just nails you right.
I'm done for this interview.
It
You might
doesn't
as well
matter.
just do-
It doesn't matter what you wear.
I'm just gonna go
He's
eat
gonna come
pizza.
in and just go.
I'm gonna go
boom,
eat
and
pizza.
Kick you in the backside.
You do the interview. I'm gonna eat pizza.
Might be a better interview without him.
Coach, you just had to find a way to make it exciting against Vegas. What gives here?
Well, you know what? It was like 2 hockey games last night. First half of the game, I thought we were really, really good. We had that bad change for the breakaway goal. But other than that, first 35-plus minutes, we were excellent. And then, I thought walking off the ice when they scored that second goal, which was a lucky goal and something that usually doesn't go in on LB. I'm like, we got ourselves a hockey game here. And, they've had it, if we look at their history here recently, they've made it interesting for the fans on their comebacks, that's for sure.
No, that's for sure. That's
Yeah.
kind of a trend they have going. I mean, I would hate for Holtzy to drop a slice of pizza all over that white shirt of his.
That would not be conducive for the
rest of the day.
No, that'd be dry cleaner for sure.
Chase Shaber gets 4 goals. I mean, that
Oh, he
doesn't
just walked in the room, so way to pump his tires,
did.
Barts. Good job.
But it doesn't happen very often. And, that's a nice shot in the arm for you there. You get one guy to stick 4 of them home.
Yeah, I mean, I thought early, especially all 3 lines were going, but certainly Shabes' line were on, and they've had some recent success against Vegas, the 3 of those guys, and the puck was following them last night, and it was good to see because there are nights that you're playing well and maybe not getting your points, and last night it was no doubt his night.
I mean, rookies were everywhere last night. I mean, you get the goal from Jordan Knaxton. He gets an assist as well. Carroll pitches in with a goal, but you look at Shaber, 4 goals last night. McNeil, 3 assists. You're getting some help on the blue line, too, from your rookies as well. Barteau and Joe both pick up assists in the game last night, especially on the defensive end. How have you seen Barteau and Joe here over the last couple of games and in practice being able to mesh back there?
Yeah, I like them both. I think they're different kinds of players. Joe's got he's got a little bit of flair and likes to jump into play, and Bart's is more of the kind of stay-at-home D, but he got a great shot from the point, and he's chipped in with a couple points as well. So they've been very impressive so far, and it's always good to get a look at those kind of guys for next year. When you come in a new franchise and almost in a real building type of atmosphere, it's important that you bring in good rookies, and I think one of our strengths this year has been the improvement of our rookies, and I think it bodes well for you don't like too far ahead, but looks good for next year in terms of building around those first-year guys, and anything can happen from there on.
You mentioned it looks good for next year. Well, it looks good here for the Condors down the stretch. You get your captain back today, Joel Broda back in Bakersfield. You get Laurent Brossois back in the game last night, maybe shaking off a little rust for LB in the game last night. I mean, the reinforcements are arriving, and they're arriving pretty quickly here.
Yeah, and it's always the one thing I liked about when Broda was gone is we were able to win hockey games without Joel Broda, and I think it certainly exemplifies how much a team game hockey is. And I think the guys were able to put some really strong games together. But long term, I think you still need game breakers to win championships, and I think Joel has proven this year that he can be a game breaker type, and you're going to need a couple of those guys to make any kind of run. And thankfully he's back, and we'll get him 6 games here over the next 2 weeks to get acclimated back with his teammates and everything he needs to do here to be on once we get going here in Game 1.
Where does he fit in here? It looks like you got a nice line going with Shaver and Knackstedt and the rookie McNeil. And, I mean, how does he fit in? How do you see him being used?
Well, that's the afternoon plan here to kind of put something together for Friday night. I think Spencer Bennett is going to skate tomorrow with contact, so he will be a possibility Friday. And so we'll just have to see. You know, I think Collins will probably miss this weekend with the injury from last night. And so we're going to look at that this afternoon. I mean, I thought that before Spencer's injury, I thought the line of him and Shaver Steffes was arguably our best line for a stretch of 4 or 5, 6 games there as well. So that's obviously a possibility. And we got some options. There's no doubt about it. I would like to see Greg Miller and Broda play a couple games together, but, you know, Millsy is playing well up top, and it's kind of a day-to-day situation with him as well.
On the blue line, you mentioned a couple of guys that are rookies. Well, you got a veteran back for the last couple of games, Travis Garlitz. I mean, well, he played forward last night with Collins going out with the injury, but it sounds like Wes Cunningham nearing a return as well here this weekend potentially.
Yeah, I think Cunning's going to play Friday night. So, you know, and all of a sudden now we've got eight options on the back end, and we can only probably play 6. We'll probably have to go 9 and 7 at some point over this weekend to get some guys or games. Like Ian Bartow flying back to Canada on Monday, so we want to make sure he gets his 5 games in. So we have some options, and but you know what? We want to finish 6th. So we want to have the best record that we possibly can here 2 weeks from now. And if Cunningham tells me he's ready tomorrow after practice, then it's a no-brainer that he's going to play in Ontario Friday night.
Colorado's only 5 points away, Coach. So I mean.
So
5th, let's go 5th.
So that is a big game tonight with Utah and Colorado.
I'll scout it. I'll scout it for you, Coach. Take the night off.
I mean, I talked to the guys yesterday. We want to finish strong, and we've been beat up here the last 3-4 weeks, and slowly things are coming back together, and we just want to make sure that we're ready to go game 1. I don't think you can turn it on, turn it off type of thing. And regardless of where we finish in the standings, which is probably 5th through 7, I just want to make sure that we're dictating who we're playing in the first round, and I think we have control of that right now over the next 6 games.
Take a look at some of the goals from last night. Well, 3 of the 4 goals that Chase Shaver scored. This was the first one, Coach, and it came on the power play early in the first.
Yeah, I thought our power play set the tone early. We had, I think, 9 grade A's in the first period on the power play alone, and Shaves, had his first one. His second one was a beauty. He dangled this guy pretty hard here in the corner.
But this is something that this line did, and it's got like 20 seconds on this clip, but this is something this line did pretty much all last night, just cycle the puck down low and just wear Vegas down.
Well, I think we've talked about that for months now in terms of what the strength of our team is, and it's a cycle game. It's playing below the goal line and getting pucks to the point and wearing teams down low because we had the puck a lot. And when we're on like that, we're going to be successful. And that's a beautiful goal by Shaves, but it all started about 25 seconds before.
Hold on, can we rewind on that goal? I mean, we'll show it again when Shaves comes on here in the player segment. I mean, you just don't see this too often. Right there, stop it right there.
Yeah, I mean, he did a great job, and it's below the goal line. And
I mean, where's Colburn's jockstrap right now?
Was that Colburn?
I think it's Colburn.
Yeah, or Huxley. Well, there's a reason Colburn's minus 35 in the league. But anyway, that's another story. And then this is his 3rd goal, and then he ends up, I think he was on the hook for the goal game winner 4 different times last night because he ended up getting the 5-on-3 goal, which at the time I look up, okay, this game's in the bag now, 6-3.
Right.
And about 2 minutes later, it's 6-5, and I'm snapping, on the bench because I look up.
How's your elbow? Did you give it one of the...
Well, there was more than the elbows going on when they made it 6-5 here.
All right, what does snapping mean? What are the players being exposed to when Troy Mann is snapping on the bench?
I got the elbow going. I'm
banging the glass?
Banging the glass. There's some choice words being said that
I see.
Probably not for TV, but overall, I think I'm pretty.
We're on the internet. He could say them.
He could say whatever he
wants. I think I'm pretty positive on the bench, but last night I thought we were almost trying to give that game away in the 3rd, or at least make it interesting for the 5 fans listening to Holtby on the radio, and then the 2,500 fans in the stands.
Now he's chirping the fans of Condors Town for not tuning in. I mean. No, he's on a rampage today.
That was a chirp to you that nobody's listening to you.
Oh, what? They're picking the other guy? They're watching the other? Okay. All right. Hey.
They can't be listening to that Vegas guy. He's not very good either.
Switching gears
Holy
here,
smokes.
Coach.
I love it when Coach gets to sleep in.
Yeah, I mean, he hasn't been in the
he's
office
fired
all
up.
day
I'm
yet.
on my game today.
Yeah, he's on,
couple
a cup of coffee.
couple Tim Hortons, and we're ready to
He's
go.
ready to go. Let's switch gears here, Coach. Charity golf tournament on Monday. It's for charity, and you're not golfing. Why don't you golf?
Well, I'm not a fan of the sport, so and you know
you did play hockey, right?
Yeah, and I know it's not the norm.
Typical.
And I'd play, but I got my in-laws coming in, and my wife's taking my in-laws to the Dr. Phil show on Monday, of all things.
Oh my
It should
goodness.
be a great,
And-
great
Are
show.
they making you go?
Thankfully, no.
Oh.
But I'm in charge of the little one because
Oh, I
she's not
got you.
going. So I will be there to make sure everything's running smooth and
Yeah.
shake my hands and say hello. But I'm going to have to kind of bolt to look after priority. And that's
I think we're going to put him on the beer
And
card.
that's Larissa.
I would love Dr. Phil to be standing here right now and watching the interaction between you two. I think he would want to know what's the matter. What is wrong with this
Yes.
relationship here?
Yes. I always went with if they're not making fun of you, then you have the problem.
Yeah, that means I
Then
don't-
that's the problem.
that
Then they
means-
don't like you.
That's exactly
But if
true.
but if he can needle you a little bit,
If
he
they-
knows, hey, you're not a
if
bad
he's
guy.
not
You can-
needling you, they're probably hiding your gear on the road trips.
Yes. I haven't had my gear hit on the road. Troy just got an idea.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Yeah.
It's happened to other broadcasters in this league.
It has.
I mean, if I'm not heckling him, then I'm probably upstairs talking to Riley, get him replaced, right?
That's
Yeah,
true.
That's true.
There we go.
That's true.
And we
Then
don't
you
want to
be-
replace Holtby. He's the best in the business, right?
You just said I was the worst, aside from the Vegas
No,
guy.
second worst.
I
second worst.
I was really just hoping he would drop that pizza on his white shirt today. That would have been so good.
Well, I'm putting it down.
Well,
over
you've been
here.
waving it in front of my face while I'm doing the interview, and I can't eat.
Yeah, you got a 3 rating.
And then you
for
put
that
it on the
interview.
jersey. I'm going to tell Rusty.
It's a replica. It's a replica. It's okay.
All right.
But Coach, 3-3 this weekend, and we start in Ontario, a place where, let's face it, the Condors have gotten a lot of confidence this season and played hard against the rain this year.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a great series, I think, except for the first game down there. And I've said it before, I don't know how much we touched the puck that night, but we're a much different team now. And, Broad will be back. Cunningham's going to be back. Maybe not the full playoff roster that they may see here if we do meet them in game one, but it's going to be an exciting time. And they're, really probably wanting to finish first in the conference. They've got a chance with 5 games left, so I'm sure they're going to, hopefully.
They're going to bring it.
They're going to bring it. They got a game tonight. We'll see if they can beat Stockton, which would help us. At the same time, we want to make sure that they don't finish first overall. And so Friday will be a big game for us.
All right, Coach.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah, we're looking forward to seeing you out there.
Hey, it's
and
always great to
hopefully
see you.
well dressed. I mean, that's what we come to expect.
Hey, Ontario's a sellout crowd. You got to be looking good down there.
That's right. And my question
I want to
is,
see you snapping on the bench. I like that.
You like the snapping?
I
Well,
do.
Players aren't crazy about it. But
now playoff style, Troy, we're going to have to analyze that coming up here in a couple weeks.
That'll be next
right.
week.
I mean, that's going to be some style. I can only imagine the pocket squares that are coming out in a couple weeks.
hey, playoff time. That's where you make your money, right?
Thanks, Coach.
boys.
Coach Kevin Bartle, Ryan Holt will be back. Chase Shaber will come on. We'll look at those goals again. He had 4 of them last night. We'll break those down and talk to